Okay, this last FRQ day is the final topic that I view as a common one on a typical AP test year. I call it accumulation. And I know it seems like, why have we saved it till so late? It's because, honestly, I've gone back and forth about whether or not to cut it all together, as I've tried to consider how to best support you guys preparing for this very unique AP test. I did seriously consider not even addressing this topic, because the reality is that every single accumulation question that I have at my disposal wouldn't be viable for you guys on this year's AP test, because every single accumulation question that I have available is a calculator question. And if you haven't read the testing guide yet, which you need to, if you're planning to take the AP test, you need to look through that testing guide. But if you haven't read that testing guide yet, we know that this year's AP test will not require a calculator. You can use one if you would like, although you still need to support all of your work, but you will not need one. And so, because every single question that I have typed up here, from back through 2010, every single accumulation question I have typed up is a calculator one, well, you wouldn't see these questions specifically. Now, that being said, the ideas that are in some of these accumulation ones could potentially show up. Some of the little bits and pieces, like finding a derivative, knowing what a derivative means, working with units, like those kind of things could be there. And so that's why I decided finally, you know what, let's go ahead and let's do some of these accumulation questions. It gives us a chance to kind of look at some of those topics that could be there, recognizing, and as we walk through, I'll try to highlight some of them, recognizing that there are definitely bits and pieces of these problems that just wouldn't show up. They aren't going to. Okay? Now, I've had a couple of people who have emailed and asked about the Unit 8 that College Board has referenced as being cut. Unit 8, according to College Board, for the record, is what we called Unit 6. Now, I want to be clear. It's our Unit 6, not our Unit 7, right? We did a combo unit, Unit 6, Unit 7. Unit 7 was like particle motion, slope fields, particular solutions, L'Hopital's. Those topics could still be on this year's AP test, right? Those are spread out across different units for College Board. But College Board's Unit 8 is essentially our Unit 6. So we're talking 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, which is area, disc method or washer method, cross sections, right? So those problems are the ones that fall in College Board's Unit 8. And as well as a couple of other kind of minor things here and there that come from other units of ours. And if you wanted, I could send those to you if you'd like. Just send me an email. But nothing major, not like our Unit 6, which has, like I said, been cut. Of College Board's Unit 8, which has 12 topics in College Board's Unit 8, 9 of them come from our 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, right? So it's essentially our Unit 6 that has been cut. Again, being clear, not Unit 7, not slope fields, particle motion, L'Hopital's. We're talking our Unit 6, area between two curves, not area altogether. You could still be expected to find area on a graph, back from like our 4.3 stuff and that kind of thing. So not area on a graph, but the area between two curves, 6.1. And then solids of revolution with your like disc method, washer method, big R, little r, that whole thing, and then cross sections, right? And again, if there are any questions, please feel free to send them my way. I don't want you to not study something that actually could show up. So if you're feeling at all unsure, send me an email. Ask, like, is this piece something that would be cut? I'm more than happy to say, no, go ahead and study that, or that would be fine to not study. But that, in a nutshell, for those who have been wondering what College Board Unit 8 is, that's what kind of College Board Unit 8 is. Okay? Okay, so getting into our last FRQ day here, again, an accumulation focus.